Day 2 of courtroom evidence and a firmer hand on the case against Donald Trump. The prosecution picture is of a man who buried bad news ahead of the 2016 election. They said he planned it with associates of influence in a meeting in Trump Tower in 2015. Present in the building was David Pecker, former publisher of the National Enquirer magazine, along with Trump and his former lawyer. Together they hatched the hush money scheme at the heart of the prosecution case. Pecker told the court that in the meeting he agreed to be Trump's eyes and ears, to publish positive stories about him and negative articles about his opponents.
A lot of details about Trump because Pecker really seems to know him pretty well. And so the jury is getting to know him, which is something helpful in terms of how and why it would be that they would eventually gather together to try to make efforts to impact, if you accept the prosecution's theory, to eventually impact his campaign.
It wasn't all witness evidence inside the courtroom on the 15th floor. There was the matter of a gag order on Donald Trump, warning him not to make statements about witnesses or jurors. The prosecution presented examples of when they said Donald Trump had breached the gag order. He knows what he's not allowed to do, they said, and he does it anyway. The judge reserved judgment on the issue, but not before he'd shown impatience with the arguments of Trump's attorney. "You're losing all credibility with this court," he told him. This was court action in the pursuit of a prosecution for Donald Trump. Once again, it was court as a campaigning platform.
This is all Biden, just in case anybody has any question. And they're keeping me in a courtroom, it's freezing, by the way, in a courtroom all day long while he's out campaigning.
It was business as usual outside the criminal court building, albeit with an eye on the business unusual inside.
I think it's a political stunt to get him out of the race and get him off the campaign trail.
It should be like all criminal trials in the hands of the jury, and that everyone should follow the law.
And hopefully, it'll come out with justice being done. But, my feeling is he's done wrong.
Outside the court building, the crowds have thinned for this historic case. History isn't what it used to be, notwithstanding the significance of a story still being written. James Matthews, Sky News in New York.